2 TC is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6. We need to complete a CHIMPS game with just 2 towers deployed down. Superstorm and M.A.D. Am I mad enough to try and get this Superstorm of a combination rolling? Well, only one way to find out. On round 10, we can place down our Dartling Gunner of choice here. So, obviously in this one, we're going to be using the M.A.D option here, which stands for Mutually Assured Destruction. Hard forms so that we can deal with around 28 leads and round 30, and, well, every other round which consists of lead balloons. Advanced targeting for around 24 camos and, well, every other camo. But it's not going to be the only camo popper, because when the Druid gets to Superstorm, it will be able to, by default, attack camo balloons. Why did they give this upgrade the unique feature of being able to target camo balloons? Well, it does say blast all balloon types, but that includes purples as well. But it's a status of a balloon, not the type of balloon. Shall we go Heart of Thunder, Heart of Vengeance? Too much heart involved, not enough choice made. Focus firing and then get some faster barrel spin. Don't really need the laser shock at this given point in time. Although when it comes to the more heavily dense camo rounds later on, that might be the thing that we need. But then again, we're going to go with Hydra rocket pods next, or definitely one of the next few upgrades. Possibly Heart of Thunder if crowds are our weakness at this given point in time. Round 24, not an issue. We have our advanced targeting Dartling Gunner here. Round 27, is this big of a crowd going to be a problem for us? And the answer is going to be a, looks like a no. Let's see, yep, absolutely not. Not an issue whatsoever. Hard Thorns is a blessing, enables our sticks to be able to pop any kind of balloon. Literally, these are sticks, hardened sticks, thorns, sticks. They all come from the same tree anyways. Yellow balloons, are they going to be the bane of our existence? Well, the one below it is. Another one where green balloons are leaking. Is the green balloon, going to become the new yellow balloon for the channel? No way, there's yellow balloon. Okay, let's get Heart of Thunder and see if that's going to be better for us, and that seems to be the case. Being able to hit multiple opponents with one attack is a blessing in disguise. Just make sure not to zap yourself on the way out. Hydra rocket pods, explosives that can attack all kinds of balloons, including the black balloons, which would otherwise be immune to explosive attacks because these missiles are plutonium, reactive, radiation, Chernobyl field. Can we get Rocket Storm for the next round, or we're going to need something else in order to help us out for the Moab on that round? But yeah, we got the money for it. And shall we need to use it on this round? Well, we're going to follow this Moab anyways and crack its egg-like shell. Come on now. Give me all of the chocolatey goodness out of you, and we have done that round. We're not going to touch the M.A.D now at all, because we're going to want Superstorm first. They're both the same price. We could have gotten the M.A.D earlier before Superstorm, because, well, we was only tier 2 of our Druid here, but the catch is that we want to stall the deities and stall Moab class balloons as much as we possibly can with these gigantic electrified superstorms that the Superstorm can chuck out. We essentially are summoning Zeus onto the battlefield here. We will need the Rocket Storm purely for the Moab class balloons, but if we're going to run into rounds with a lot of fortified camo ceramics, then the Rocket Storm is also going to be necessary there, because this is not the only camo popper that we require in order to get through this scenario in the name of the Dartling Gunner. We also need the Superstorm in top form as well, with its innate camo detection for some odd reason. Round 52. Yeah, let's use the first Rocket Storm of the day here to get through those Moabs quickly. and you did see the effect of using it in comparison to not using it. We got through those moabs very quickly, and it does take an awfully long amount of time for the Rocket Storm ability to come back, which we're going to use again for the 3 moabs there. Once we get Superstorm though, it's practically game over. But when we get the M.A.D, it is definitely game over for the balloons in regards to the bad on round 100. The M.A.D is very good against the bad. Are you going to be mad about it, bad? Well, he won't be, because you're going to be doomed. Any other assistance required? Not really. Till number 5, please. And speaking of these tills, you're going to be sent straight back outside where the till is not going to be camo led. Round 60, the first BFB of the day, and I do not have any idea what I'm spouting of earlier there. So Rocket Storm now, when we've got a huge concentration of fire right next to the Dartling Gunner itself. I'm just going to hold this off actually, so we can get our ability back just a bit sooner. Sometimes holding them back for a bit longer is better than just trying to pop them outright, because now we've got the ability back ready to take care of all of these Moab clash balloons. Are we going to be able to get through the rest of this round? Of course we are. Look at that. We desperately need the Rocket Storm back for a fortified moabs, because we just don't have enough damage here in order to deal enough damage against all of them. Thank you very much. So let's use it now, and the second one's going to go down as well. Lovely. Round 63, everyone's favorite round of the entire game. Just look at them trying to pummel through our defenses. The combination of the chuck back and the continuous cannon fire, explosive fire, sorry, from our Rocket Storm Dartling Gunner. Absolutely sweet. Yeah, moabs are definitely our problem here. Not ceramics, but moabs. It's just did enough damage against them, honestly. But then again, you could say that about every 2-tower combination. And every 1-tower combination, which has only been a record of 2 of, even though there's been a proven fact that before Corvus was nerfed, back in a 1TCC scenario, so 1-tower co-op chimps, Corvus could have done an entire game on logs just by himself. Yeah, Corvus was broken on release, honestly. And it was only a matter of time before he was nuked. Just like these balloons will be nuked here with the plutonium reactive rockets that we're talking out here. The plutonium part just enables them to pop black balloons. Use Rocket Storm on these fortified moabs here, and they are all gone. Oh, great, a bunch of gammos which are inside moabs which soaked up the pierce. Thank you very much. One time I'd like the camo balloons to travel fast, and I don't know where they are. Thank you for not escaping this time, camo balloons. Literally, those moabs on this specific map just serve the purpose of soaking up the pierce fire of our Rocket Storm Dartling Gunner. Yeah, Rocket Storm this BF3, and it will go down. We are 21k away from the Superstorm. We could get the M.A.D first, but the utility of the Superstorm will make this 2TC possible. I don't even know why I was talking like that. Please do forgive me. Yeah, when it comes to Pierce, the middle part of Dartling Gunner is not what you call the most optimal tower for Pierce, for goodness sakes. But it does have infinite range because it's a military tower. Rocket Storm this horde of Moab class balloons, and that should do us good here. Now, round 74, 75, they're going to be very tricky, because if I remember correctly, some of these rounds consist of camo fortified ceramics, which we need to use our ability very carefully, because if we don't, then round 76 is going to end us before we even have a chance of going through those rounds. So let's use the ability now, get through these, and let's see if I can hold them off as long as possible by delaying the round's end. Let's just point you that way. Oh, that's brilliant. Let's get our Rocket Storm ability back. Lovely. It's 3/4 of a way charged. Let's use the ability now. Get into the van now. Again, sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. Having a cold for the past week or so has not been nice whatsoever. And the sheer fact that I think I'm popping these balloons a bit too quickly here is not a good thing whatsoever. It's no good. No good at all. Just look at that. Look at the pierce we need. Leave these? Yeah, we'll leave the rest of these up to the default attack. Let's not use the ability. Let's just use our default attack to pop in this particular BFB because I need the ability for round 75. What was it, round 76 we did? Yeah, it's 76 we desperately need it on, but we can't afford to use it on this round as well. Do we need to use it? I think we do, because these clumped up BFBs, for goodness sakes, are a bit of a troll. These fortified moabs are definitely a troll. Let's wait for a little bit, actually. Let's use it when the first fortified moab's on its last leg around here. And let's now aim it towards the BFBs over here. No, the ability has lost its legs. I feel like the majority of the ability usage needs to be used from when for when these are around here, but I think we should be good. Question mark? No, Pierce is definitely running out here. It's definitely running out. Stop being in the way, BFBs and moabs. You're gonna soak up the Pierce. No, you're not actually. Are you? I hope not. We've got a long enough map here to utilize. That's why I do like doing a lot of these on Resort, because I don't have to suffer through the pain of trying to newly discover a 2TC combo ult-wise. Or if I'm incredibly lucky, than an original combo. Right, round 76. Let's use the ability on this round. Can we go through the rest of this round, please? Please? Good. That's the most painful round done and dusted, I believe. Round 77 requires a bit of Rocket Storm ability for these BF3 actions here. Again, words being jumbled up. This is not a Flare Balloons video if my words are not jumbled up. Can we go for the rest of this round? Or can we skip a few of these? Let's just aim it down. Oh, I wish I had that. Actually, we've got it back now, so that's okay. But the Rocket Storm ability wasn't back yet, so that's why I kind of trying to be a bit cautious there. Oh, we're so close to the Superstorm now. That's brilliant. Yes, we could go with either the M.A.D, but we'd be mad to do that before getting Superstorm. BFB, he going to be a pain? I hope not. Oh, the purples actually might be a pain. Or not. I was just thinking of a Druid, to be honest, so yeah, it's just fun. Actually, let's just use it now, and then pop some of these, and then go Superstorm, and we're able to attack camo balloons now. Despite the fact that the Superstorm can attack camo balloons now, it doesn't have a camo prioritization button like other camo popping towers have. Like, I don't know, the Ninja Monkey or the Crossbow Master or the Bottom Path Wizard. Now that we do have the Superstorm, it's going to be a battle of patience now. How far can we go with this combination, and can we get all the way up until like we could possibly do like up to around 100 with this combination right now without buying the M.A.D. Like, we could possibly get to around 100 with Superstorm because of how much it can store balloons. Like this ZMG, for example, the ZMG versus the Balloon Crush on how long it can make a round last. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. The battle itself, see how long it can store around for. And just to make the experience a bit less painful, we've got ourselves Laser Shock here. Although to make the experience a bit more painful, we're not going to be using the ability on this round whatsoever. Because I'm choosing not to, okay? Is this thing even receiving any damage? It's like, it has visual damage, but am I sure this thing is even being damaged? We're just chucking it back, but it's not changed whatsoever. I think there are definitely visual changes to it. It must be heavily damaged by now, but it's like, this is just doing chip damage against it, and this is doing barely any damage whatsoever. Welcome to the Battle of the Ages. How long can we store this bloody thing? And can we do round 95 without getting the M.A.D? We must be mad doing this combo. finally we're down to BFBs. The experience should be far less painful now since they take a lot more damage. What it feels like anyways, because the BFBs barely took any time to get popped. I bought a white noise machine, sorry, for my tinnitus. But when I try to charge it using a USB charging port, it doesn't retain any power that it has. So what I need to do is just buy a separate plug socket that is able to take USB ports, and then just have it attached directly next to my bed so that I can actually use it at night and hopefully be able to get a better sleep. Because like for the past week or two, my sleeping pattern's been mucked up where I always wake up far too early, which is not ideal, especially when you have work the following morning. Walk. The antithesis of Gork and Mork. With only 2 TC with Superstorm, round 100 is the only difficult round left because Superstorm just deals with everything else. A perma-stalling tower. The only thing that really stops it really from being able to permanently chuck them back is the amount of balloons you have on the screen at any given point in time, because that wonderful looking tornado, which Florida seems to be very seems to be very inept of seeing, does have a pierce cap of its own, if you don't believe me. Let's see, Rocket Storm, just so that we can get through this round a bit less painful, because round 80 was painful when I didn't use it, when I should have used it. Imagine using multiple Rocket Storms on the same round because your best friend is a knockback champion. Use it again. This is our third usage of Rocket Storm in this entire round, because these two do very little damage but does a very good amount of knockback, sending balloons all the way to the start of a track in some cases. And there goes round 85. Finally! Now you know what round 87 presents? The same kind of balloons, but just twice the number of them, with that bit more health and speed behind it. So it could be less painful because they're going faster, but nah, it's definitely not less painful whatsoever. After all, this is Bloons Tower Defense 6, and Bloons Tower Defense 6 is instilled with nothing but pain and suffering. Not really, actually, it's just pain. Suffering is a form of mood that you go in when nothing actually works in which you want it to work. Pain and suffering was me when I tried to get the before getting the Crossbow Master and Ultra Boost 2 Tower Chimps. That was definitely pain and suffering. But work up to it, suffering and pain, and then afterwards a little bit of regret, but very remorseful at the end of it, of being able to get it. And I got that 2TC actually before the ability duration increase of Ultra Boost itself. So now it's actually a bit easier because you can extend the amount of time that the Ultra Boost has on the selected tower, because of the fact that it now lasts even longer than it did beforehand. So I got that particular 2TC pre-buffed when it comes to the duration of the Ultra Boost itself. And you can spread out the usages so that, well, you're able to do more damage against the bad, so that it pops that bit sooner. We're eventually making our way through the ZMGs of round 88. You know what round 97 is going to be like? Well, I hope less painful, because we'll be able to get the M.A.D by then. Believe it or not, the Superstorm's got more pops than the Rocket Storm has. That's not surprising at all. Let's see, DDTs. Let's use a Rocket Storm ability while they're also being chucked back. They're definitely weaker than BFBs, ZMGs, BADs, but it's just their properties that make, and their speed as well, that just makes them so deadly. Like a camo black lead balloon, that is a really dangerous combo. Not as dangerous as, let's say, a camo lead purple zebra lead balloon. Every single special kind of balloon put together, and also it's fortified as well. Imagine that. Actually, it does already exist. It's called a golden balloon in the 80s, I believe. It's a fortified, it's camoed, it's got purple, it's got lead, it's got zebra, and I think there's one other thing as well I'm forgetting. I'm not too sure now. I play this game too much to the point where I've forgotten certain things that have been going on. You hit the just the right level where you're familiar with everything, but then you play the game too much to where you might forget certain things. I might be hallucinating, but I feel like that is the case with this game. Round 93 DDTs and they were exterminated. I know, Dartling is not my best voice impression at all. I'm better with Patrick. Or Squidward. Yeah, I'm better with deep voice characters or characters with a low tone, just because by default my voice is like that anyways. I could never do a high-pitched voice because I fancy my vocal cords intact, thank you very much. I don't want to remove my vocals at all so that I can get a higher pitch. No, it's not removing them, but it feels like it is the equivalent of removing them because of how much strain you put them under when you're trying to do a voice which is naturally uncomfortable for your vocal cords to try and do. And yes, I am talking a lot because these rounds are very long indeed, to the point where financial abilities like Jungle's Bounty by now would be grayed out. Or there's also the supply drops from the helis. No wait, supply drops from the snipers. Round 95. Definitely going to be a questionable one as well, but we should have enough PS from... Let's just put them on strong just to be safe. We're going to have enough PS on this round, obviously. Excellent. And now we have the money for the M.A.D. It's game over. Round 100. GG. There's just absolutely nothing that can stop us now. M.A.D. for the moabs. And you for everything else. Including if the DTs actually made their way here at all. But this is now what we call a game over. We have these two towers. It is essentially game over. They both have gleaming eyes. We have Zeus and we have not Mega Man, but some other... It's actually a Terminator, actually. We have ourselves an armor-destroying Terminator and Zeus. One from the past, one from the future. Oh dear. We've got Scarlet and we have Violet. Oh, this is going to be a bit interesting. But yeah, very interesting to say the least. Perhaps I should use the ability earlier, actually. Forget what I said. There's still some competition left in this particular 2TC in the form of fortified super ceramics, which I bloody hate. I think we've got this. Yeah, there's now enough PS on the board where we can actually chuck back everything using the Superstorm. Let's see, DDTs, no issues whatsoever. Now, round 100, the wonderful M.A.D. What are we going to do to it? Well, a lot actually. It's already down to its last layer, just like that, and it's not even going to go downwards. It's only ever going to go right. So yeah, this has been the Superstorm M.A.D 2TC. A very good combination. Once you're able to get round 98 under control, which my first time I didn't, but I'm not going to say, well, that was all perfect. I just exit out all my failures and only include all the successful ones in because I am a black border perfectionist. No, I'm not actually. I just have a lot of fun playing the game regardless if I succeed or fail. But sometimes I do fail. Because one time I tried to do a Superstorm Sky Shredder 2TC, but Ninja Kiwi keeps nerfing the price of the Sky Shredder for some reason. If they're going to nerf the price of the Sky Shredder, they should also nerf the price of the M.A.D, for goodness sakes, because for 64,800, it surely is an excellent choice against the bad. So I didn't even make it here or here, and then it was able to pop a bad. Like, on Resort, being able to get to this point and the bad is just gone by a single tower? Yeah, that definitely needs nerfing in some ways. Actually, please don't nerf it. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been the 2TC of the Superstorm and the M.A.D. Hope humanity does not resort down to this route. Otherwise, there will be nobody left to see the... there will be nobody left for the Earth to be able to inhabit. All wildlife. They say World War III will be fought with nuclear weapons, but World War IV will be fighting like the cave monkey from Frozen Over, with sticks and stones. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a non-nuclear day. Thank you very much. The only nuclear involved in one's life should only be from certain towers in the game, like the Energizer, like the biggest one, and anything else. Oh yeah, the Tsar Bomber as well. Can't forget about that. But people say that the like this path is also nuclear. There's nothing indicating that they are, but they are plutonium, which is this game's equivalent of a radioactive substance / element. More likely elements, but again, it's if it's infused, but it's no longer an element, right? I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been my TED Talk over and done with. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, you absolutely wonderful people.